Fractal announced the FM3 a little while ago. I've got a lot of questions from you guys asking my opinion about the FM3 in comparison to the AX8, and that's something that I want to cover at a later date. I did get to try the FM3 out at AXFest, and it sounds amazing. Having it right next to an AXFX3, I couldn't tell the difference. It was very easy to use, and it addresses a lot of the UI and feature requests that people have had, namely a headphone jack. It does USB audio, there's scribble strips, and there's a big screen from the AXFX3. Having said all of this, it doesn't suddenly mean that the AX8 sucks. The AX8 is still an amazing piece of equipment, and if I had to recommend to anybody, if you need something with more than 3 foot switches on the unit, but you don't want to get a rack, go and get an AX8. It's still, in my opinion, the best modeler apart from the AXFX3. I'm going to get a whole bunch of guys being like, oh, but what about the Kempo? What about the Helix? This is, just me. I am incredibly biased because I own and love my AX8. And to me, it just lets me immediately get what I want tone-wise. I know how to use it. I know how to plug in and what to do with it. So I wanted to prepare these presets for you guys, which kind of roll all my favorite tips and tricks and amp models and effects into a bunch of 8 presets. There's stuff like the C++ and the Atomica, which I have covered in depth. And then there's things like the Tweed Deluxe, which is an amp that I've really grown to love on here. So there's 8 presets. They all have 3 scenes and a bunch of different effects. And I'm going to grab some guitars and talk through the tones with you. Before we make some noise, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to the Home Musician, who make the excellent AXCAM mount for your guitar, which is a 3D printed mount for your guitar neck that can support up to 2 GoPro Hero cameras and a smartphone, which is one of my favorite new practice and teaching peripherals for the guitar. If you saw my channel recently, I actually had a competition to win one of these. I use this thing all the time with my students and for my personal practice. Furthermore, the Home Musician makes the Stompbox Buddy, which I've been using on my AX8 for the past year, and I absolutely love them. They have a Memorial Day discount code, which you can go and grab over on their website. Check the video description for that one, and go to thehomemusician.com to grab your AXCAM mount and your Stompbox Buddies. I hope you enjoyed all of those examples. When you download the presets, just be aware that they are preset cab bundles. So when you go to save them, you will need to select a user slot to save those IRs in there. These are IRs that I made of my actual cabs and microphones. So they're a point of difference from the stock cabs. I just find for me that as I went down that IR rabbit hole, it was a lot easier to craft tones using the cabs and mics that I'm used to. So I hope they work for you guys. And if you enjoy the presets or you end up using them and tweaking them and gigging with them, please let me know in the comments. They were a whole lot of fun to make. And I mean, that 5153 preset is going to be my new Ragdoll Live preset for gigs, where I'm going to use the AX8 instead of the AX8 which is normally like fly dates and stuff like that, until I get an FM3 at some point, because that is a very, very nifty unit. But I'm going to talk about that one in depth at a later date. Until now, if you're an AX8 guy, go and grab the presets, make some noise. I'll see you next time.